After finishing in the bottom 5 of league standings last year, not many people thought that the Montreal Canadiens this season through 50 games would be just a few points outside of a playoff spot and right in the middle of a fight with 10 other teams in the Eastern Conference. The second youngest team in the league is shocking the hockey world with how they've rallied after a poor start to the year, and this team under head coach Martin St. Louis is proving that they can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the league on any given night. The future is very bright in Montreal with all the young players they've drafted and acquired over the past few years, and this year they're seeing many of these guys making huge impacts in the NHL lineup. Starting out with their dynamic duo on the top line, Captain Nick Suzuki and Cole Caufield have been lighting it up all season long, both on pace for career highs in points, and Caufield on pace to hit over 40 goals, which would smash his career high from last year, which was 28. These two are becoming legitimate stars in the NHL, and they're both still extremely young with room to keep improving. Suzuki at 25 and Caufield having just turned 24. The other guy that spends most of the time on that top line is the young former first overall pick from 2022, the Slovakian Juraj Slafkovský. After scoring 20 goals and 50 points last season at just 19 years old, Slav hasn't taken the big steps some people maybe thought he would this year. He's on pace for about the same amount of points he had last year, but he's only scored 8 goals through 47 games. And for a 6'3" power forward who has shown he has a very heavy shot, it's only a matter of time before Slafkovský starts getting his confidence up and becomes a serious problem for the rest of the league. Another young stud who has been extremely impressive for the Habs this season is the rookie defenseman 20-year-old Laine Hutson. Hutson was one of the best players in college hockey each of the past 2 seasons with Boston University, and after making his NHL debut last spring, he also made the Canadiens roster out of training camp and hasn't looked back since. Hutson's not only leading all rookie defensemen in points, but he's also leading all rookies in points so far this season, and will very likely be a finalist for the Calder Trophy for Rookie of the Year. He's the puck-moving offensive defenseman that every team needs and wants, and is exactly what Montreal needed, and if he continues his amazing point production through the end of the season, he could finish the year in the top 10 for most points by a rookie defenseman ever, on a list that includes legends like Nicholas Lidstrom, Chris Chelios, Ray Bourque, Brian Leetch, and Larry Murphy, among others. Another player that has been a huge X-factor for the Habs since coming back from injury is the player they acquired via trade from the Columbus Blue Jackets, the 26-year-old sniper Patrik Laine. Although he missed a good portion of the season due to an injury, Laine has nearly a point per game in his 22 games for Montreal this season, including 12 goals, with 10 of those coming on the power play. And he's a major help to the lineup, being another goal-scoring threat that teams have to be aware of. The Habs have also gotten some much-needed depth scoring this year from guys like Jake Evans and Kirby Dach, as well as veterans who have been on the team for a while like Yoel Armia, Brendan Gallagher, and Josh Anderson. Mike Matheson has also been a key piece on the back end for Montreal, and having a veteran puck-moving, great skating D-man like him has certainly helped the young defensemen like Laine Hutson and Caden Gooley. The goaltending situation for the Canadiens is certainly an interesting one. Sam Montembeault has been the starter for much of the year and really the last few seasons. He can be very good at times, but consistency can be an issue for the 28-year-old. The other goaltender who has quickly become popular among the Montreal fan base recently is 23-year-old prospect Jakub Dobes. The 5th-round pick from the 2020 draft had a great college career at Ohio State, spent all of last year with the Laval Rocket in the AHL, and since getting called up this year, he's gone 5-0-1 with the Habs, with an incredible .933 save percentage. Although it's a very small sample size, we've seen goalies get hot, leading to teams going on major runs in recent NHL history, and who's to say Dobes and the Canadiens can't be next? As you can see, Montreal and their fan base certainly have a lot to be excited about heading into the second half of the season. They put themselves in a position where they are right in the mix, fighting for a playoff spot, and the way they played over the last few weeks, they are, for my money, one of the most exciting teams in the NHL right now. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the Canadiens so far, and if you think they can sneak into the playoffs this year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.